I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Let me tell you about Christian apologists. So, this particular Christian apologist, he reckons God has called him to give a unique message, right? God specially chose him to give a unique message, right? But guess what? He recently came out with a stream titled "The Bible Has Issues." He has since discovered that the Bible has issues, right? The Bible contradicts itself.
Neither Luke nor Matthew wrote any of those Gospels. The Gospels were written many years after them. But let's not even go into that intricacy. Let me ask you a simple question. Let's keep it simple. Let's not complicate it. Okay. Which one do we believe? Acts or Matthew?
Okay, let me answer that, yeah? So this is how it works. There are 2 points to take away from both stories.
One is correct, one is wrong. Because they have 2 different accounts. One said, listen, Matthew said, Judas went to the temple, dropped the money on the floor, and went out to hang himself. Straightforward, no complications. Acts said, Judas went to buy the land. Okay. And he fell head first on the land, and his intestines came out. So there are 2 contradictory stories. We cannot sugarcoat this. We cannot spiritualize this. We have to realize that something is not adding up. So my question to you, sir, is which one is the correct one?
Okay, the thing is, neither you nor I were present. So even if we get a third Bible passage, we will still doubt it. But what I'm trying to say is the message here is this. The money was used to get the land, and Judas was buried in that land.
Wow.
Yes, that is one message we can confirm in both passages.
Okay, so we can confirm this from both passages.
Yeah.
But the passages are saying what the other one is not saying. So because we have to make this the word of God, we are now going to just look for something that the 2 of them agree on, meaning a land was bought. We don't care who bought the land, but guess what? Don't you hear your pastors coming out to tell us that Judas hung himself? I've heard pastors preach that Judas hung himself.
The book of Acts does not totally eliminate. Well, it kind of does eliminate the fact that Judas hung himself.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Between the textus receptus and the majority text, which will you take as more accurate?
Come again with your last question, sir. Between the
textus receptus and the majority text, which would you find more accurate?
First of all, I'd like to humbly ask, what is the textus receptus and the majority text?
Okay, thank you.
So he has since discovered that the story of Judas Iscariot, the way he ended, his life ended, there are 2 accounts, right? And they don't make sense, right? So what should a Christian apologist do? One who claims to be speaking on behalf of God. What should he do? You would think that that's the time for him to at least stop, process things, and stop preaching from that book. Because if he continues preaching from a book that contradicts itself, then it's either he is deliberately trying to fool people as well. Right? You would think that that's what he would do. But guess what he decides to do? After discovering that his Bible has contradictory claims, he was right back at it Sunday, preaching from exactly the same book, business as usual. So, right, it raises the question, how many of these people that call themselves apologists, pastors, preachers, pastors, know that the Bible is a problematic book, but still choose to preach from it because they know it's quick and easy money? So I'm calling out daddyfreeze. You have discovered that the Bible has issues. Your words, not mine. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to carry on preaching from a book that has issues? Are you going to keep deceiving the Nigerian people? Are you going to keep telling the people that listen to you that you've got a special message? However you twist your message, dice it, rub it in oil, rub it on the ground, we see right through you. It's better for you. Just put your hands up and tell people that you're not sure of what you're doing. But for you to carry on preaching from a book that is problematic, a book that tells you that virgins get pregnant. You and I know virgins don't get pregnant by ghosts. Ghosts don't impregnate young girls. Donkeys don't talk. People don't walk on water. Your book has issues from page 1 to the last page. This is a challenge now to the people who claim to speak on behalf of God. People need to rectify your stuff.